Hello dear YouTube-idents, welcome to your channel, yet another channel for tech. In this video I'm going to show you a problem that you may face using Windows operating system. Its systems allow to put spaces in some directories, which it can cause malfunctions and incompatibilities with some applications. Let's see the problem and the solution. Okay, so let's see what is the particular problem I was facing with these spaces in the path. I am using a headless CMS that is Strapi, a good headless CMS, but when I try to create a new application, I face this issue. This is the command to create a new Strapi application. It's npx create Strapi app. My app is the name of my application, and this is a Kickstarter flag. Let's see the issue. See that it fails and it says could not install from though app data and etc. Let's go to the users folder of the Windows operating system, and I can see that I have this 𝐻𝐸𝐿 folder here. This is the folder for my user, for the user I am logged in, that is 𝐻𝐸𝐿. So this command fails because it's trying to read something from this path that contains a space, but it causes an issue. The space on the path causes an issue. The solution for this would be renaming this folder and remove the space in the folder, but it's not as easy as just rename this. In fact, I have logged with my 𝐻𝐸𝐿 user, that is the user that I created when installing the Windows, and it does not allow me to rename the folder because this is a important protected folder for the system. Even when the 𝐻𝐸𝐿 user, we can see this in the control panel, is an administrator, but this is a limited administrator. It doesn't have the full rights that the superadmin has. When you install Windows, it by default create another account that is the superadmin or the administrator, that in this case is hidden. We can see here that we have only one account, so we have to activate that account, and then we will have to rename this folder, but it's not as easy as just renaming the folder. We need to also change the assignment of this folder for the current user. The user has an ID. We'll have to change the assignment of this path. The name we change, we have to put the same name in the assignment. That we can do that in the Windows registry. And some other thing that we have to take care of is that there is an environment variable. If we come here in the command prompt and make an echo of the username variable, we can see that this contains the same value 𝐻𝐸𝐿, that is like the name of the folder that belongs to the user. So we will have to take care of that too. So let's see, the steps that we are going to make are activate the superadmin or the administrator account. Then we will log on with that account. We will change the assignment of the folder in the Windows registry, change the name of the folder, and then finally we will change the environment variable for the username. Let's see how we can do that. Then to activate the administrator account, we will use the command prompt. So I go to the CMD or command prompt. You will have to execute this with raised privilege or run as administrator. Then in the command prompt, we will use the net user command. The net user command shows me the information of the accounts that exist in the systems. If I want to see more details about a specific user, I will have to type the net user with the name of the user, in this case administrator. It shows me a lot of details, but I want to focus on this. It says the account is active now. So now I want to activate the account. How we do that? I type net user administrator, then /active : yes, and this will change the status of the account to active. Let's see now the details of the account again, and I see that it is active. Now, when you first activate the administrator account, it won't have any password set, and it's very risky, very dangerous that you have the administrator account active and you don't set a password. If you want to set a password for this account, you just use the command net user administrator, and with the space you write a star or asterisk. When you do that, it will ask you to input a password for the administrator user, then repeat the password, and the password will be set. I won't do that because I already did. The administrator has already a password. So what I'm going to do now is to log off of this John Doe user, and we'll log in with the administrator. Let's see. Okay, so we have now logged in with the administrator account, so we can see that here we are with the user administrator, and also you can notice that the look of the desktop and the taskbar is in fact different for this user, so it's a different user from John Doe. And one more thing that we can check is that if we come to the users folder, we can now rename this folder. It has the option to rename and delete, and you can see that this is like specified that those actions are reserved for full administration rights. So, well, this is the way that we activate the administrator account, and now we can proceed with the rest of the process. Okay, so now that we have the enough rights to change the name of this folder, let's proceed to change it. But before doing that, we need to change the assignment of the name of the folder in the Windows registry. For that, let's execute this command. If you don't know how to open this Windows, you just hold the Windows key press and then press at the same time the R. Will pop up this run Windows, and you can type here the regedit that will open the Windows registry editor. Then here in the Windows registry, we go to HQ local machine, then software, then Microsoft, then we go to the N for Windows NT, then current version, and then profile lists. And we open profile list, and we will see a list of all the profiles that exist in this system. There is a way to find this. This is like the identifier of each user. There's a way to find specifically the identifier for the user you want, but it's kind of more complicated. You just can come and check this profile image path value, and you can see that it is in fact the assignment of the user folder to this ID of the user. So if you come here, you can see that this, in this particular case, this profile ending in 1002 is the one that has assigned the John Doe folder. So we need to change the value of this profile image path. Again, you can find this user ID with a command, but it's more complicated. I will leave you the comment in the description of the video in case you want to use that, but I recommend just to come to this section, this profile list, and explore all the profiles, and you find the one that you need. Also, I will leave the path of the access to this in the Windows registry, because it's also can be kind of tricky. So to change this profile image path value, you just have to double click on it and type the new name that you want to assign to the folder of this user John Doe. Let's use, for example, 𝐻𝐸𝐿. You can put whatever you want here, but I'm going, for simplicity, use this 𝐻𝐸𝐿. Click OK, and I can see that the profile image path value has changed to users 𝐻𝐸𝐿. Now we need to change, obviously, the folder that we have assigned to the profile in the physical folder. So let's go here and let's try to rename this 𝐻𝐸𝐿. This will tell me that the action cannot be complete because the folder is already open. That is because we were just logged in with the John Doe account, and the folder is blocked by the system. It's still being used. To solve that, we will need to reboot the computer in order to release the folder. Let's do that, and we will continue in a bit. Okay, so now we have rebooted our computer. Let's continue with what we were doing. We want to change the name of this 𝐻𝐿 folder, and let's go to the Windows registry again by performing or running the regedit command. It will locally open again in the same key that we were editing, and we see that the profile path still have the value of 𝐻𝐿. Let's copy that. I recommend you to be very careful with the assignment of this. The same value that you have here should be the same value that you put in the folder and in the environment variable, because if you misspell one of those two or those three values, you can end up having malfunctions in your system and even having data loss. So be very careful with what you do. Let's rename this. Let's set the 𝐻𝐿 name for this folder. See that now we were able to rename the folder without any problem. With this, we have completed the step 2, that is renaming the user folder. Let's see the next step. Remember, the next step is changing the environment variable for the username. If we come here and run the echo command to display the username environment variable, we will see in this case we are logged in with the administrator, so we're going to see administrator. But if we were logged in with the 𝐻𝐿 user, we would see the 𝐻𝐿 value here. So we have to change that. To change that, let's use our run window again. In this case, let's run the netplwiz command. Netplwiz, click OK, and it will prompt a window with the users that exist in the system. In this case, let's click on 𝐻𝐿, double click it, and it's as easy as just changing the value of it of this username. Please note that I am using the same value that I copied from the Windows registry to avoid making mistakes when typing the value in the different folders. So that would be it. Now we have to log off with this administrator account and log in with the 𝐻𝐿. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we closed the administrator session and we have logged in with the 𝐻𝐿 user. The first thing that we will notice is that here the name has changed from 𝐻𝐿 to 𝐻𝐿. This is the name that we set for the username environment variable. Also, if we come to the users folder of the system, we can see that there is a 𝐻𝐿 folder. Let's see in the desktop. Let's create a new folder, for example, with the name 𝐻AT from yet another channel footage. And if we go to the desktop of this, we can see that the folder 𝐻AT exists in this desktop. So the 𝐻𝐿 is actually the folder for the user that I am logged in with. And also, let's go to the command prompt and see, remember the echo that we did. Let's do it again for the username variable, and we're gonna see that it shows 𝐻𝐿, the values that we had set with the administrator user. And the problem that we were having is we were not being able to create the Strapi application. So let's try that. Now I'm going to go to the Strapi folder that I created in the root directory, and I'm going to run again the npx create Strapi app command with my app name and the flag for quick start. By the way, I will be leaving later some videos about the usage of this headless CMS Strapi that is really cool, really powerful and easy to use. Let's run the command, and we can see that the command in this case start running, and it's different. It's going to take a while to create it, but it is actually running. I'm not going to wait until this ends, but we can see that the command this time runs just fine. So, well friends, I hope you have liked the video. If you find it useful, please share. If you come up with another solution, please share also in the comments to enrich the community and help other people. If you have questions or suggestions, please leave those in the comment. I am Diego. This is yet another channel for tech, and we'll see you in another video.